So today's topic is evidence-based medicine. How people use evidence-based medicine in New Zealand, by the way?
This was weird to me because when you said this as a topic, I was like, isn't that all medicine?
No, definitely not.
Balakoon, a bridge to Ukraine. Join the conversation at balakoon.org.
Балакун – міст в Україну. Приєднуйтесь до наших розмов на www.balakun.org.
Please subscribe.
I have a greeting for you.
Oh,
I've been brainstorming with Nazar on interesting greetings. He came up with this one for you. I can't say it without laughing.
okay, surprise me.
Slava Isuzu.
Навіки слава. It's more Western greeting. Yeah, in the West, in the far west of Ukraine, I guess in Lviv district or Ivano-Frankivsk Oblast or Ternopil Oblast, in Carpathian mostly. Slava Isusu Christu is one of the greetings that people greet each other. And the reply is Naviki Slava Bohu.
He thought if I sent you that, you would say, who's this? Where's he? Are we going to talk about vaccine deniers?
You know, in Ukraine, we have this group of vaccine deniers, more of anti-COVID vaccine deniers. There was much attention on them, on that group, and there was a main vaccine denier, Ostap Stachiev, in Ukraine. And guess what? Now he's one of the deniers of military, one of deniers of fighting against Russia. Who stands behind him? Let us guess. Also, as a leader of anti-vaxxers, he believed and told in public that there was this technology 6G that allowed light bulbs to use a human as a source of energy. I don't know. Maybe he believed to wear the foil hats all the
I don't know.
time.
Human-powered light bulb sounds like a pretty good idea, actually. Imagine what you'd save on your bill. Imagine if there's a blackout, you know?
Uh-huh. And you just connect yourself to the bulb.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were many people who just fought against COVID vaccines. Not every vaccine, but COVID vaccine precisely, telling that they are not still researched. There's no evidence for what would happen to a human in some time after this vaccine. So the technology, this vector vaccine, or
Well, then maybe they should become part of the solution and build a time machine and go forward 10 years and see what the results are. Because
Mhm.
there was no time. There was no time.
As you said, that in New Zealand, the medicine is evidence-based at the first place.
Hmm.
In Ukraine, it's not really like this. Many people still believe in old-fashioned medicine, like the Soviet heritage, where there is a bunch of drugs that are not recognized in the worldwide. It has very little of research on it, no side effects described in them, and no direct or right dosage researched.
Are you talking about herbal supplements?
Not just herbal. Have you ever heard of this medicine as piracetam or cinnarizine? There's a nut depicted on the cover in the form of the brain, like it's very good to your brain. And there's a dosage that is described there. There's everything is described there, but it's not evidence-based. There are no evidence-based research. Like there's a golden standard that research for all the medicine should be double blinded, placebo controlled, randomized clinical trial. And many of the medicine that is even now are prescribed by doctors haven't passed this procedure. And that's the main pain and the main point of our medicine, I can say. So there are people, there are doctors who follow evidence-based medicine, and it is very important that they do this, that they have protocols, that they have all the evidence-based drugs that they can prescribe, and they do so. But there are doctors who can prescribe homeopathy, who can prescribe herbal supplements, and even spirulina. So something very ridiculous. And that's what doctors can do. There are not very much of them, but there are a lot. There are different steps, I guess, of it. The first one is alternative medicine, some herbs, some hoodoo voodoo that people do all the time, and people just love it, and many people do much of it. Like you can have these mustard applicators when you are sick, when you're coughing, you have pneumonia or something like that. In my childhood, there were these mustard applicators that were put on my back and on my chest. And it's very popular till now. Many people just use them. It looks like you have a piece of paper and some dry mustard on it. You put into the water and put it onto your skin. It irritates skin, and it is believed that they heat your body and helps to fight this pneumonia or other diseases that are lung related. So that's the first step. The second step is this semi-alternative medicine. Like when you use some drugs or supplements from the pharmacy, but you prescribe them to yourself, you just know better than doctors do. The bright side is evidence-based. So this evidence base is really a golden standard, and it has to just be promoted and promoted. And luckily, last several years, maybe last 10 years, there are a lot of promoters of this evidence-based medicine. And there are chatbots in Telegram where you can enter the name of the medicine, and it will say whether it's good or not. And for those medicine that don't have this evidence-based, there's a name. In Ukrainian, we call them Phuphlomycine, and to translate into English, I can try that shitomycin, like this. So and many people just still use this shitomycin.
To be fair, there are herbal medicines and supplements that people do use at home, and they do work, and they work for certain things. For example, menthol. If you put Vicks into a bowl of hot water and breathe it in when you have a cold, it will decongest your sinuses, but that doesn't make it a drug.
Mint?
Menthol.
Just hold my beer. We do another thing. We take some potatoes, we boil some potatoes, we take a towel, we put our head above this pot, we cover ourselves with a towel, and breathe potato. And potato precisely is believed to reduce your cold.
Okay, but potatoes are pretty great, but
Just wait, just wait for it. We also take either vinegar or vodka, and we can take some tartar and soak it in vodka or vinegar and apply it to feet
to do what?
to reduce cold.
Uh,
So for cold is mustard applicators, vodka or vinegar to the feet, boil potatoes, the vapor from the boiling potato, and also that could be for kids, and for grown-ups, it's a tincture, vodka with pepper. It is believed to be the most efficient one. Everything is treated with water.
Okay, I have a better idea. Fry the potatoes with the pepper and eat the potatoes and drink the vodka.
That sounds like party, not a treatment. And when you're sick, you have to suffer. You have to suffer
No.
from the burns from the mustard applicators. You
No.
have to suffer from the burns on your face with potato boiling. As many people treat themselves, and they think that it cures them.
Okay, but you have to ask, where do these traditions come from? How long have people been doing that?
For ages.
Exactly. So usually there is some, why would people do that for 500 years, 1,000 years, unless it did something?
I have an explanation for that. Anything that causes irritation to your body activates blood flow and thus quickens all the healing processes in your body.
So it does actually work. It's just that it hasn't been, because it isn't a drug that you can sell for X dollars per prescription.
Or you cannot just have the right dosage, because there's no way like you can say take vapor from potato
Mhm.
for like this amount of vapor for this particular time, these particular times a day.
Mhm. But the fact that people have been doing it for 1,000 years indicates that there's some truth to it, and we just don't know what it is yet. So then maybe something is in the potato that does that, but we don't know what, so we can't measure it, so we can't call it evidence-based medicine.
Yeah. Why people don't do it?
Because it's not very profitable.
Do you think that's it's money that's in the core of it?
Yes.
Getting back to the herbs, there are some enzymes that could interfere with other drugs,
Absolutely.
and you just cannot do it. Either you use herbs, either you use some evidence-based or not evidence-based medicine. You just cannot do it uncontrollable. That's the main point. So you have to have this blood tests and urine tests to know the real state of your body, how they interfere, and how the interference appear with the other drugs.
Tell me again about the onion on the foot.
What on the foot?
Onion.
No, it's not onion on your foot. It's onion on your eye.
Oh yeah. Fuck.
Yeah, when you have sty, there are different approaches. The first one is to do a finger. You have to point it into the eye where the sty is. The second approach is someone has to spit into your eye. The third one is to warm or heat onion and to put it under the sty. And evidence-based, I guess it's levamiscin, just to the eye.
If I had a sty in my eye and someone put an onion in my eye, I'd probably stop thinking about the sty.
It's not into the eye, it's onto the eye. Like making it heat.
Why not a cucumber? That sounds nice.
Just onion. I don't know why. Maybe it's cheaper. Maybe it's all the year round available because you store some onion in winter or preserve it for winter, putting it to the attics. I don't know.
You know what this sounds like to me? Have you ever heard of a Shakti mat?
What?
A Shakti mat. It's a yoga mat with spikes on it. And if you've got back pain, you lie on this spiky mat.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You stop thinking about the pain in your back because you're thinking about the pain of the spikes.
Yeah, it's like standing on nails. Actually this thing is is becoming rather popular here. Many people, not many, but several, just take this board with nails
Mm-hmm.
or two boards with nails for each foot and stand on it. And there's a podcast, Ukrainian podcast on nails. So people standing on that nails and talking about something.
I saw an amazing idea for meetings. You have to have meetings in a plank position in order to keep your meeting short.
The shortest meetings ever.
Yeah.
Like 30 seconds, 90 seconds meeting. Yeah, I also wanted to talk about, not just to talk about, to mention one of the promoter of the evidence-based medicine is the Ukrainian MD, anesthesiologist. He's called Med Goblin.
Really? His name is Med Goblin.
It's his nickname. And his name is Andriy Semyankiv. He's a writer, he's a blogger, and he has this bestseller, Medicine, Evidence-Based and Not Really, and also the book Dancing with Bones. This book is about pathologist who is dissatisfied with his financial status, and he wants to make money in the organ transplant market.
Is it fiction?
Yeah, it's fiction. It's definitely fiction. Evidence-based and not really book is more of a science book of the medicine-based, evidence-based medicine. And there are also several ones on Twitter who publish threads about some not really working drugs.
Try to pronounce this.
I thought of the word and I thought it would be like healthcare, охорона здоров'я, and the sentence would be система охорони здоров'я розвивається стрімко в Україні, але but this would be a very long sentence.
Shaking in fear when you say that.
Система охорони здоров'я в Україні розвивається дуже стрімко.
Billy doesn't like.
Okay, now I have to come up with another one. This would be very easy for you. Oh, okay, I can try it. This one. So, your word is
Liquor. Liquor.
лікар, лікар,
Liquor. Liquor. Doctor.
лікар,
Liquor.
лікар. Лікар прописав мені фуфломіцин. Phuphlomycine is more of a shitimycin, like this one. So made-up word meaning the drug that doesn't work.
Liquor propisav many Phuphlomycin.
Phuphlomycin.
Phuphlomycin. Phuphlomycin.
Лікар прописав мені фуфломіцин.
Liquor proposav mini phuphlomycine.
Not fluflo, not fluflo, but fuflo. I know that it's a made up word, but it's made up from this Phuphlomycine shit. Means something very of a very bad quality or of no use.
Liquor proposav mini phuphlomycine. One more time.
No.
Liquor proposav mini phuphlomycine. Phuphlomycine. Liquor proposav mini Liquor proposav mini phuphlomycine.
Mhm.
Liquor proposav mini paracetamol.
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 Paracetamol or antibiotic.
Liquor proposav mini antibiotic.
Antibiotic. Like
Antibiotic.
I don't know why we say antibiotics always, not antibiotic, but antibiotics.
Okay, I got one for you.
Dyspeptic? Oh, dyspeptic. It's when you spend much time on in the toilet, right? Excruciatingly.
Excruciatingly means very painful.
Excruciatingly.
That's the adverb form. So very painful. Excruciating is the adjective.
It's like in Harry Potter, cruciato.
Yeah, I guess that's where that came from. Yeah. Okay.
Sphenopalatine ganglioneuralgia. Wow.
Sphenopalatine ganglioneuralgia.
Neuralgia.
Ganglioneuralgia.
We say it neuralgia.
Mhm.
Ganglioneuralgia. The same word, but just a different pronunciation of the same word, actually, in Ukrainian and in English. For this one, it comes from Latin, I guess. Sphenopalatine. Sphenopalatine. It's like supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
You can say it now.
Yeah, to remember it.
Oh, you didn't say anything about cannabis legalization.
It's not legalized yet, I guess, completely. I mean, but people can buy some CBD supplements legally, like in cafes or some online shops. Yeah, it's not in the drugstore. It's more of a like you have this cafe where you can buy some kombucha that contains CBD.
We've been trying to do that for decades, but some politician always ruins it.
We have those politicians who try to ruin it also, who are trying to block these laws and stuff, but they didn't succeed, actually.
Okay, happy end. Do, do, do.